When am I ever not late? Come on. Byron, are you still in the sticks or are you back in civilization? I want you to know that I strongly considered hopping in a Jeep and coming out there, but no, I couldn't be bothered. And he texts me. Wow. Chris Greenhill is here and has declared himself King Chris of the Chris Army. But he needs extra Chris's, you know, for the army. Nice. Yeah, but you're not Chris with a K. Did you get your hair cut? No. No, I did not. Byron is in civilization. Nice. Nice. Oh, wow. Rob Fitch is here, but he's somehow logged into the wrong channel, which I thought he didn't even have access to. Maybe that was the replacement wrong channel. Brownie Davis here representing the Topher Army. I know a Topher. Can Chris Driveway of Misfits. How many Chris's? Oh, Cop Car Steve missed John Wilburn and myself on Uncle Tony's Live. He was just randomly live doing a trivia night on Thursday. And to be honest, I had other things I was supposed to be doing that I probably should have been doing. But instead, I got on Uncle Tony's Live. Sergeant Stop is here and ready for more truck videos, I think he said. Yeah, looking forward to more truck stuff. Coming up! Yes, I have a cider drink. It's a bright cider, 2 towns. I hit the volume knob again. That's just going to keep happening, I guess. Dwight Wald Vogel's here. How's it going? Haven't seen that name in a bit. I got a big pack of the 2 towns, and there's a dry cider in there, which I like, but there's only one left, and I drank one last night, so I thought I'd save it. Yes, indeed, John Smith, 1968 Dodge Charger, perhaps. Another Sunday Live, very true. I did not have my Charger out this weekend. My wife and I drove to Bend, Oregon. That's not how you say that. Excuse me. To see Claypool Gold, Les Claypool's current tour. He's playing with Primus, but also Claypool, Lynn, and Delirium. And the Fearless Frog Brigade. 3 of his bands. It's pretty awesome. And they kind of like did one then the other. It was neat. You know, I've only just realized when you watch this on YouTube, I don't think that was there before. The DDG emblem is shown in the bottom right corner now. And it's in the top right corner, bigger. This is too much. Oh, I'm still Uncle Dead. That's funny. I forgot. Where's the thing? You know. Oh, there it is. Not dead. Fixed. Trakutu bubbling up. All right. I'm not dead yet. I'm only mostly dead. When is it time to consider swapping Slant 6 in Duster? Well, when it is time to consider swapping a Slant 6 in a Duster, what would you pick? Well, it would be a small block for sure. Probably a 360 because they're the best and they're cheap. There you go. 318's good too, though. And Magnum engines are also great. I prefer the LA. I don't know. I just do. Donnie's on his honeymoon, so he checked in, but he is now checking out. Right. Yeah, Rob, I knew you got locked out of the one channel. That's so weird. I started a second channel, which I haven't done anything with yet because I don't have time. But it's probably getting to be time to do that. Anyway, I created it once, and my computer froze, and I didn't actually, it created it, but I didn't have access to it ever. And then it just disappeared after 24 hours, so I made it again. And now everything's fine. Dan Orcutt has sent 10 DDG gift memberships. Thank you, Dan. Scoop had his first alcohol after 5 months and 8 days. Wow. J-Rod's in the house. How's it going, J-Rod? In the house / music room. Yep, here we are. Oh, brace yourself. Brace yourselves. The cats are coming. Cats, yeah. Incredible. Cheers, McLovin. 88 degrees in the UK, says Martin Palmforth. It's warm here. We were working outside today and I'm sweating, but it apparently is only 62 degrees now. It was apparently only as high as 67 today, but it sure felt warmer than that. It was a nice day. It was beautiful in Bend. We didn't really want to go home, but we did. Bayer 66, definitely one of those. Jamie, I've confirmed that post 97 Magnum PCMs do still have outputs for the check engine light, the charge light, etc., even though they aren't shown in the wiring diagram. That's awesome. Oh, whiskey. That is good to know. Yeah, I saw, maybe it was you that was asking about that. I guess I assumed, which you shouldn't do, that they were not there because they aren't shown on the wiring diagrams. That really bothers me that I didn't know that, and I was so wrong about it. Oh, McLovin's also drinking bright cider. Yeah, this is because of you, buddy. You made me realize I missed it. Ibaz, did you get my tacos yet? No. And Bill Renkafer, one Bill too many. Nice. Chris Newis is a Christopher. Yes. Omega Gaming Network. Can a failing torque converter on an old 318 make a slight knocking sound that goes away when put into gear? Only hear it when idling. Check your flex plate for cracks. It is unlikely to be the converter itself, but check your flex plate. And make sure the bolts are tight as well. Barry Cuda was just watching the short video of my Shelby Cobra where I drifted it in a parking lot, allegedly, doing donuts or whatever. Do you still have it? No, I sold it. I did videos about selling it. I think I did a few videos on that car. Of course, my early videos were much shorter. But there are a few videos on it. Anyway, no, I sold it. It went to France. I sold it and bought my red Charger. That's how I did that. That's how that car is paid for, but I'm still making payments on the Demon. Yes, I did ask you to remind me to cut my hair, but someone asked if I had cut my hair, which I have not. My mom beat me here. Yeah, rip Kyle Busch. That's brutal. He wasn't that much older than me. Paul Steinberg's here. Jeff R., a cool and damp South Aussie, says hi. How's it going, Jeff? I seem to recall seeing Jeff at that other live stream. Even if I don't fit, I sit. What the? That's so cute. Where's that? Dad's a good boy. Yeah. Mostly Mopar was here pretty early. Good evening again. Roadrunner video has been viewed and the like has been smashed. Nice. Well, that actually wasn't that early. This doesn't have all the comments, but whatever. Anyway. Classic Dude Mike gave me 7 minutes late. I think it was 6. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. What am I doing tomorrow? I literally don't know. But yeah, come get your boat engine. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no plans. Trying to revive a 71 satellite Sebring, I guess. So many cats. Did you get my tacos? Anyway, what's going on? Dr. Art's here. The Barracuda gave me PTSD. Nice. Dead End Dave's in the house. There are a few Daves. I am well on my way to filming the next Perky video. Nice. Dan IT guy, I don't have no cars anymore. COVID was hard on us. Yeah. Working my way back, though. Just have to stay the course. Before you know it, I will have a Mopar again. You could do it. Yes, I heard Musty One was working on a Challenger. Nice. Believe in Yourself is here. How's it going? Will B is here also. A member, in fact. And said excellent video earlier today. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hot Shoe is stylishly late. Nice, nice. Alan should be loading a 318 for tomorrow. Yes. Hey, Byron, you want to do an engine swap in a day? It's got dual exhaust, so we won't even have to cut the exhaust. We just unbolt it, flop it. And away we go. Why is Bigfoot in the community room? Get out of here. Air grapper. Nice. Scoop is watching the neighbor's 6 cats for 4 days. Scoop, you are a cat. How can you... Screaming Monkey, who is also a member, says hi from Dupo, Illinois. Hi. How's it going? Hi. That's my impression of Evan. Hi. We have that perfectly good 318 we pulled out of that green truck. And we will just boop that right in that satellite and away we go. It probably needs valve seals, but Scoop will take the demon off my hands when I'm done paying for it. I'm really close. In fact, I might be talking to my bank about that this week. Oh, wow. Lang Conley is here. Lang, of course, is the one that bought Green Bean, the 68 Valiant with the 383 swap and working air conditioning. Ordered / got on the waiting list for a complete 4-speed conversion from Brewers for Green Bean. Waiting is the hardest part. Yeah, I bet it is. Wow. One Datsun lover hasn't had a drink in 10 plus years. Well, good for you. How can LAs be more desirable than a Magnum? That's a great question. It's a really good question. Magnums don't belong in A and B bodies. They didn't exist then. They weren't in tin grill trucks. They didn't belong in any of the things. They didn't come in any of the things that I like. Now, a Magnum is a fancy small block, and I like them quite a bit, and I've done videos about them. But the LA shaft-mounted rockers, the old intake mounting, so all my random intakes fit, the old valve cover mounting, although you could put the LA covers on a Magnum. That is a thing. But the heads don't look right. The whole thing just doesn't quite look right to me, and it doesn't smell right. Now, roller cams are great. It's a good cylinder head. There's a lot to like about the Magnum. Awesome package. Great package. But the LA is what I've been building for however many years I've been building engines, and I like it. I just like it there in LA land. Should have bought Bill's 71 Satellite. Isn't it a sedan? Or no? Someone wants to know about the satellite. I showed a quick shot of it in today's video. I didn't get very many. I got like one picture. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. Because we had exactly 45 minutes to try and make it run. Okay. Well, here's Alan with a 71 Satellite Sebring. Plus, look how happy that guy is. Now, you'll notice right away that fender is smashed to hell, the tire's rubbing, and the thing is sitting all dirt nasty low. So it was in some sort of minor front-end altercation. It tweaked both fenders toward the driver's side. The driver's one is really bad. The passenger I just folded back by hand. The front valence or however you like to say that, must have been smashed because it's gone. It's not there at all. Alan got another picture. Nice. And the driver's side torsion bar is broken. Whether that happened as part of the same incident or not, I don't know. Here's a picture of the good side. That's the passenger side. Now, you could see it's an original white car, EW3 or whatever. It had a black vinyl top, which is gone. And you can see kind of surface rusty stuff. This thing has had some body work and a repaint. And there's some kind of funky decal stuff. The bumpers are off. The rear side markers are out. But all that stuff is there. The grille is there. The front nose filler is off but there. So it's a really good project. It's got solid floors. It's got a little bit of quarter rust. But it's nothing too bad. So, yeah, it's an original black interior, satellite Sebring. So it has the rally gauges, 150 mile an hour speedo. It is a bench seat car, but it's got, the faux wood stuff and what have you. And we rescued it from a junkyard, and it's an awesome project. We got the engine unseized, Alan and I, but it's only mostly unseized, and you'll see more about that in a coming video. So there you go. Mark is here. He's over on the sunny side right now. How hard would it be to swap an HP 8 transmission into something like a Dart? Hard. Yeah. Spitfire Mike's here and says, hello, Dare. Any word from Uncle Tony? No more Sunday show? Question mark. I asked him last week. I asked if that was going to be an ongoing reality, and he said that depends on your definition of reality. So I don't really know what to do with that. But I guess he's just not doing Sundays now. He's done Sunday live streams for 7 years? 6 or 7 years? I've been doing it for, I don't actually know, almost 4? I think it would be 4 years in October, right? I could be wrong. Slant 6 for agricultural use idea, question mark? I don't know what that means. Dust Devil just put up pictures of his 71 Satellite, which was his first car, if I remember correctly, and said, looks better than mine. Yes, it does. Sorry. Yeah. Ours is a good bit more solid than that. And a whole body aside from the crash damage again. The back bumper, the chrome's kind of peely, but could be worse. Yeah, and that is also a satellite Sebring. You can see the ghost of the emblem. Very nice. Pretty cool. Oh, hey, you found a fender. Nice. That'll come back together. It's going to be good. Anyway, yeah. Yes, your fender is way better. Yeah, can we borrow that real quick? It's even, well, it's not, it's like, I don't know what color that is. It's a primer gray over white, maybe. Something like that. It's a white fender, though. Actually, the funny thing is that passenger side fender, and again, like you could kind of tell that it was all surface rusty. That was an original green fender. So this thing had, front end work done decades ago. There you go. Nice. Jeff Militich is here. Just watched the Roadrunner video. Nice. Mean Street Mopar is currently doing oiling mods on a 318 block, hoping to turn some RPMs and live. That's cool. I've never done that, and I have kind of sort of planned to, but I keep seeing people dumping on that idea and saying, oh, it's completely pointless unless you're, NASCAR racing or whatever. So I don't know. I want to spin a 318 7,000 RPM. I think that would be really fun. It is a goal. Yeah. Did I say hi to Jeff Militich? I think I did. Yes, I did. Totally. Oh, nice. Buyer 66 is going to see the Claypool Gold show June 2nd or 3rd. Very cool. Oh, and I saw a comment. Cole Woodruff Videos. And I apologize. I saw this earlier and I didn't read it. I meant to. Hi from Battleground, Washington. I just drove by there yesterday. Not sure how I came across your channel, but you came across my feed not too long ago and loving the videos. Well, that's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. Rob Fitch can't type his own name. Yeah, that's weird. Rich Riker is present. Jimmy Madison also. How's it going? Patrick Radcliffe is here from Muggy, Tallahassee. Wow. It's mostly Mopar's. Oh, yeah. I've seen that. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some good on that one compared to what we got, but what we got was the right price. Shaker bubble. That is interesting. What do you want for that car? Did it have a sunroof someone patched or something? Aren't those just the coolest hoods? I think they are. Even without a shaker bubble added. Anyway. It's mostly Mopar's son, Evan's 21st birthday. We went out to lunch. He had his first 2 legal glasses of wine. I told the server not to bring him anymore as he had to play piano at our church tonight. Nice. Don't reckon it's letting sleeping dogs lie. Nice. Michigan checking in. Larry Pollard's in the house. Dust Devil, our car has good floors. The trunk has some holes, but it's survivable. Alan loved the Roadrunner video today. Paint match bumpers are awesome. You know, I wouldn't pick them, but they're pretty cool. Jebediah Curry's here and says your electronic ignition video came out at the perfect time. I lost spark intermittently yesterday in my yellow truck. Same exact symptoms. As soon as it got warm, no more spark. Thanks, Jamie. Incredible. Does it also have a Pertronics? Lazarus 7000 did it, boys. Pulled the trigger on a 72 Imperial LeBaron. Nice. What do I do first for improving performance and economy? Overdrive box seems obvious. Okay, here's the thing. We need to talk. So the thing about improving fuel economy, it's never going to be very good. Rear end gearing might be something to look at, although honestly an Imperial LeBaron probably already has a 2.9 or a 3.2, and either of those is... It would be hard to get much better mileage than with a 2.9. I mean, maybe a 2.7, but at the cost of economy. You need to do some math on what it will cost to put an overdrive in there. Now, and then you need to figure out how many miles, you need to estimate the fuel savings, which will probably be a couple miles a gallon, and then extrapolate from there how many miles you need to drive this car to offset the cost of that overdrive and any other modifications you might make. The answer might surprise you, even the way fuel is today. Like, I thought about this with my 68 Charger because I thought, I want to drive this everywhere all the time. No, I don't. But I considered an overdrive for a minute there. Well, even if you save, like, you get an extra 4 miles a gallon, how many miles is it going to take to offset the cost of putting that in there? Probably a lot. So I would advocate for leaving it alone. Now, if you can get lucky and find yourself one of them gear vendors units and have that installed and it's cheap and easy, it won't be, by the way, that would be cool. But I mean, I assume that thing's a big block and there is no overdrive automatic that just bolts to that. So you got to get a modified thingy. Money. IH8800 says it's muffin time. Nice. Performance. I don't know what engine you have. Is it a 440 in a 72 Imperial LeBaron? I suspect it probably would be. What is fuel economy? Yeah, Byron wouldn't know what that is. No, 712 Roadrunners should not have shaker hoods, but that one does. Okay, it is a dead Pertronics. That yellow truck. Right. Oh, I'll be damned. There you go. What were we talking about? I don't even know. Check your timing. Make sure your distributor actually works and you have a good timing curve. Make sure your carburetor is not garbage. I really like Edelbrock carbs. I don't know what you've got on there. Again, I don't know what engine this is, but dual exhaust is probably worthwhile. If it is, in fact, a big block, a set of big block HP manifolds might be worth your time. Might be. Yeah. Best fuel additive? I don't know if there is one that's any good. Too many puppies. They did not play that. But they did play Winona's Big Brown Beaver. And Southbound Pachyderm was the closer, which was sick. It's my favorite one. Oh yeah, Jebediah. Sorry, I wasn't. Yeah. Carb isn't great. Definitely lost spark. I was talking to the Imperial guy. There are a lot of comments today, so that's okay. Lazarus, that was the guy with the Imperial, and just sent a super chat, $10 super chat. Thank you. I hope you just heard the things that I said because I was talking to you. Yeah, an external overdrive is an option. I would not put a turbo on anything like that. It's just no. If you want performance, you could do a performance engine build. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. What engine is in this thing? Is it a 440? Excuse me. The Stuff 1974 says, "Hi, I had a question. Do 360s need an oil slinger?" Mine didn't have one. Need? I wouldn't say need. And if you have a dual row chain, like lots of builders just leave them out, and I wouldn't be worried about that. But you can add one if you want. Make sure it doesn't hit anything. Fuel economy's driving a 1990 Miata as a daily and a 68 Cornetto only to cruise in, says All Classics. Yeah, pretty much that. It isn't fair to compare Les Claypool to any other bassist since he clearly has 14 fingers. Dude is insane. And, you know, they have big projector screens, and so they zoom in on his hand, and it's amazing. Like, the small amount of movement, because he thumps and plucks, or, whatever. The minimal amount of movement in his right hand to make all of those sounds, it is insane, just insane. And he's not like, I've started playing with my thumb because it sounds cool, and I beat the ever living crap out of my bass. And he's just like, boop, just boop. It's crazy. Anyway. Yeah. Yes, you can make... Are all you people... Like, am I in the future, or all you people in the past? I'm so confused. Because I'm responding to things and then hearing about them a long time later. But anyway... Yes, you can make a Magnum look like an LA engine. I said that. And it has better guts. No, it has a higher compression ratio and a better cylinder head. Combustion chamber. Ports are pretty good too. But the shaft mount rockers, and if you know what you're looking at, they do not look the same. The heads are not the same. They are obviously different. And it's a little thing, but it bothers me. I like the LA engine. It's my happy place. It's my bread and butter. Magnums are great. I'm not saying they aren't. I'm saying they are. I'm just telling you I like LA engines. They make sense to me. Flea, Les Claypool, Chris Squire, Geddy Lee. Les Claypool. Please hold. Your call is very important to us. You like them spinning tires? Lazarus wants to daily the car. I like a big car that can pick up her skirt and run when asked to. Yeah, I understand. I understand. And I'm not seeing any comments from you saying what engine that is. If it's a 440, I mean, do a performance build on that engine. You can get all the power you want. But thing is, if you're not careful, you're going to take economy away as you add power. So you want to keep things pretty mild. Was that a Joe Dirt reference? Yes, of course. Wayne likes roller block LAs. Me too. I'm going to build one of them. Yeah. Yeah. Magnums are great. Again, like I did a series of videos. I have done a series of videos about Magnum swaps and how good the Magnum engine is. Josh Hillman's here. How's it going? Shannon78 Monty, new to your channel. Obviously, you're a Dodge guy. Curious to hear if you own any Chevys. No, I don't. That's not to say that I wouldn't, but I don't. I haven't. My brother has a 67 Impala, though, the supernatural car, but blue. Yeah, I don't think I've ever owned a Chevy. I've had 7 Fords. There are Chevys I like, no question. Wicked J3 is slightly late. Lots of racing to watch. Hey, welcome. Glad you made it. 215 people out there. Thanks for hanging out. Classic Dude Mike had a 73 Newport. Friend of mine said the hood was as big as an aircraft carrier. Came close to painting the hood gray and gluing a bunch of model fighter jets on it. Should have. Yep. What wheels? What are we doing? Yeah, it's pretty sick. Very nice. Did I say hi to Mike the Slacker? I think I did. Sir Paul McCartney, he's good. You know, it's funny because I've become a bassist. Always wanted to be one, and now I am most of the time. But I've never really been all that enthusiastic about specific bassists or anything. Les Claypool. There's just no one like him. Mike Fleisner says, "Hi Jamie, I like the green truck." Yeah, it's pretty cool. IH says to remember to fix the black tin grill. I have not forgotten. There will be videos. Well, this is running out fast. There will be videos on that sometime soon. Buyer66 said, how's the black tin grill step side going? It's not going. It's still sitting in the driveway right where I parked it, but I will work on it at some point. Yeah, I think I've explained I feel like I have alluded to why I haven't been working on that truck. It comes down to a very important legally binding piece of paperwork. But anyway, I will get back to it. Filthy Ore says, I really enjoyed your video on the 68 Valiant with the 383. Nice. The new owner of that car is in these comments, or was a bit ago. What are your thoughts on building a Stroker 400 for the same platform? That's great. It's kind of overkill. I'm putting a 383 in my 70 Dart Swinger with a 4-speed, and I know it's going to be awesome. I don't believe in strokers. That's just me. I would build a 400. pretty cool. I like RPMs. Stroker, the party happens down here. Shorter stroke, the party moves up. Upstairs. That's where I want to be. Yeah, Plymouth on plywood. People like what they like. People like what they like. I spend stupid amounts of money to make very little power with slant sixes because I like them. I used to like them. I don't anymore. Speaking of which, I saw somewhere a comment about someone building a performance slant six. I apologize. I don't know where that was. There are so many comments tonight. Yes, overbuilt automotive. Shaft rockers are good. It's one of the best parts. Scoop, did you see the Gibson Les Paul whiskey bottle with slash on it? No, that's a silly series of words. Martin Adams is waiting on the rain. Got the 1941 diesel running better. Nice. Oh, I see. Boop. Squirrelitis. Wow. Mean Street Mopar is building a 318, 40 over, 11.2 compression, and W2 heads. Please keep me posted on how that works out. I am very interested. I have a set of W2 heads, but they're mismatched and goofy and stupid, and I'm probably not going to do anything with them. I also have a set of really horrible X heads with a hole in them. But that's another story, which we'll tell at a later date. I also have a set of TA heads, one of which is not a real TA head, but was turned into one with some epoxy. Mopar Jimmy's here. It is DDG Sunday. Welcome to it. Jeff R. asked, what is the red guitar on the stand over my right shoulder? That is a... What are you? Elica. It's a knockoff 335, and I had that customized by a friend with dog ear P90s like a casino would have, a roller bridge, and a Bigsby vibrato, whatever, tailpiece. And it's really cool. I used to use it for slide mostly. I am, let's say, permanently loaning that to my little brother who is learning to play guitar. And I say little, but he's very tall and he's almost 30. Dust Devil says you can also get a roller cam in an LA engine if you find the right one. Yes, indeed. I have a roller 318 block in the shop too, in fact. And I am going to do a build on one of those. When fly fishing, wading is the hardest part. Wow. I've never dealt with Dutchman axles. Screamin' Monkey says, will we ever see the Turbo Valiant again? Plymouth on Plywood hasn't called me, so maybe. Mark hasn't had a drink in 10 minutes. Okay, you got me. It hasn't been 10 minutes. Oof. Turbo Valiant. I was just thinking about that project again because I put so much sweat equity into it, setting it up the way I wanted it to. I dreamed about that build for so long. I got it together. It sucked. It was like a kick in the balls, and I just basically lost all interest in it. But I could mess with it again, you know? I don't know. I might. It's over at my mom's house. Oh, Bill might have a valence. Holy crap, Bill Mize is here. Bill. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. What did I say, guys? What did I say? A couple times I said, man, I haven't heard from Bill. I hope he's okay. I suspect he might be having some issues. And there you are. Thank you, Bill. It's good to hear from you. We've been worried. But yeah, tell me about it one day. Oh, man. Well, I hope to see you in September. But anyway, Bill has a spare 72 satellite front bumper. We do have that, and I think it's okay. And maybe a spare valence. That would be super helpful. Tom might have one. But if he doesn't, Yes, Scoop says vinyl tops are usually rusty under them. Indeed. And those satellites, for whatever reason, like the roof's rusting off under the vinyl is like the way. They're all like that. Excuse me. The one that we got from the junkyard is actually better than the one Tom has and better than McLovin's. It has holes in it, but it mostly has a roof. Shannon 78 Monty would rather have a 6-string. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 6-string bass. 10, 11. That's 12 strings. That doesn't count. 12. There's only 12 in here. No, I think I got that one. Chris Driveway of Misfits is seriously looking forward to vids on that 71 satellite, my favorite classic Mopar. They're really cool. I have long wanted one, so I'm really happy to have hooked that one. But I think it's got Alan's name on it. B. Pryor says getting an engine unseized would be interesting video. I have done that 3 or 4 times. I think this was the comment I was looking for. It was from Wadley. Jamie, I'm building a mild slant 6, about 150 horsepower, 8.5 to 9-ish to 1 compression, Organ 2106 cam, and I don't know the specs on that, but I'm sure it's mild. Holly 350 4-barrel, moderately ported, or 350 2-barrel? Yeah, whatever. Holly 350. That's the... Hold on. Yeah, that guy. Okay, 2-barrel. Duh. Holly 350, moderately ported head. Oversized valves aren't much bigger. I doubt they will help. I doubt they will help as well. I wouldn't bother. Some have, but I don't think it's worth it for what you're doing. Oh, Rich Riker put eBay headers on a 2015 Ram today. Driver's side has a pinhole somewhere. It still ticks. It's not okay, dude. It's not okay. Dan Arquette says, when does your TRX arrive? It is supposed to leave Alabama on Tuesday. So I don't know how quick he's going to make it here, but I'm excited. Craig Stevenson, is there something that could be done about a 440 dieseling? Yes. Advance the timing and richen the idle mixture slightly. Both of those things will help. If those two things together don't fully get rid of it, run some seafoam through it or do the old steam clean with some water or something like that. And if it continues, run higher octane fuel. But I will bet you bumping the timing up, advancing the timing a little bit. So this is a Band-Aid. Yes, you can turn the rig off in gear, and that won't necessarily stop it completely, but it should help putting the load on it. But that's a Band-Aid. Advance the timing, richen the idle mixture. In fact, just advancing the timing will richen the mixture. Stronger vacuum signal. Nice. Lazarus says that Imperial, it's a dream car for me. I intend keeping it all my life. Yes, it's got a 440. They had nothing else. Okay. See, and I don't know much about them in that time. I know Imperials in, say, 1955, 1968. I got a crash course in those. But I really don't know anything about the 70s ones. So cool. Yeah, so 72... I don't know what the compression ratio is by then. Increasing the compression ratio is a good thing. I mean, there are things you can do that will improve power and also probably won't completely ruin fuel economy, but you don't want to put a big stupid cam in there. You don't want to make it so you need to run an aftermarket stall torque converter. I would want to, keep it reasonable, but you could definitely make more power. I wouldn't put a turbo on it. That's just crazy. It's a 440, man. That's Craig Stevenson, thanks. What's your go-to timing specs? Are we talking Yeah, for that 440. So typically, I would think the sticker's going to say one thing. The factory spec sticker is going to say one thing. I'm going to say something else. Just about every stock engine out there will be happy on 10 degrees of base timing or even more. So 10 to 15, if this is a bone stock engine, it will probably be happy in that range. The problem then becomes if you have a stock timing curve in your distributor and you bump it up to 15 degrees, you could end up with too much timing when your distributor brings all that advance in, which can lead to pinging, which is bad, melt stuff. So make sure you've got at least 10. I wouldn't run any less than 10. Who am I? You're the right guy now. Martin Balmforth. What did I miss? Been dealing with the low blood sugar episode. I don't know what you missed. I don't know how long you were gone. A lot of things, probably. Fort Erie rocks. Will a 360 bolt in place of a 318 in my 84 Diplomat? Yes. I've done a detailed video on 318 to 360 swaps, and I just did one in a green 1977 Dodge D100. So I covered, yet again, all of the things you would need to know. Obviously, it's a Dodge truck and not a Diplomat, but same basic info applies. You need the 360 car pan. Your 318 pan won't fit. Your stock exhaust will work unless you want to do hot rod stuff. You should use a 4-barrel. Highly recommended. Get an Edelbrock Performer or something, or better. The balance weight is a big one, and the driver's side engine mount is slightly different, but you can fix it with a shim. Other than that, the two are basically identical. Yes. Gary Hergert. So I did a video today on the 71 Roadrunner. Hergert Sr., his car. He drove it to Vancouver Island and back this weekend. I forgot to mention the bad wheel bearing to Tom. Probably should have done that. Anyway, it drove to Canada, so I guess the ignition worked. I think Crazy Backyard Chicken Man is having a battle with his phone and or keyboard. Yeah. I have proven again and again and again and again how fun spicy little LA engines are. And I will keep doing it until I die. Because it's good fun. Jesus. Craig Stevenson, 7810 Grill, gets 6 miles a gallon. 440 automatic. Yikes. What am I looking at here? That's terrible. Advance the timing, it'll probably get better. It really will. What the heck? Rob Fitch became Valiant Efforts again. Oh, Scoop says we miss Kathy Bananas running the camera and laughing in the background. I know. Oh, well. Cop Car Steve will be participating in his first Mopar car show in July with a Pursuit Charger with all the lights. Nice. Did I say hi to Uncle Duck? I don't know. I think he's been here for a bit. Yeah, I'm way up in the comments. Trukutu, and I hope I'm saying that right. Bubbling up. Yep, D100 video answered my vacuum question. Sure, we'll answer the 318 to 360 questions as well. Did he take the ferry? I have to assume that he did. I feel like going around would be hard. Jeff R., will the garbage can CUDA get a 7,000 RPM LA318? Someday? Yes, it will. James Robinson's here. How's it going? Hammer Downs V10 gets like 7 miles a gallon. Yeah, that hurts. Yeah, I would expect 10 miles a gallon. The Dougster's here. We haven't seen the Dougster in so long. No, J-Rod. Yes, it is a 170. No, that's not why the EFI isn't working. Don't worry about it. This has all been gone over so many times. I have a 225 bottom end that could go right in it, but it's probably not going to. The difference between a 170 and a 225 is stroke length. That is the only difference. Well, deck height, but in rod length, but whatever. Anyway, Guy Kugler. Hi, Jamie. We haven't seen your brother's Fury lately. Okay, funny story about that. Hold on. So when I left for Oregon, there was a 71 Roadrunner on my trailer. Or not Roadrunner, the other one, 71 Satellite. And when I got back, there was a different white two-door Plymouth hardtop on my trailer. Yeah, I was filming an intro earlier. It's hilarious. It died. So good news. There's a video coming on it. Truck Q2. Excuse me. If I go with a 360, what configuration will stain my driveway the least? I don't know. Do a good job sealing it. Dead Cougar Garage's Cougar gets 12 miles a gallon. It could be worse. Tavo's nearly an hour late. Welcome. Potato, 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 potato. Exactly. Yes, I get a video. Colin gets his stuff fixed. Yes. Yep. Good times. Yeah. It should be interesting. I don't actually know what's wrong with it, but I know part of what's wrong with it. So maybe we'll put Mopar ignition on that too. Hang on. There's a dog barking. Hold on. I don't know why. All right. Yeah. Tor Belroy, the 440 in my 72 Interceptor. You don't have to rub it in. Average 15 miles a gallon at 75 mile an hour across a 2,300 mile trip. It's pretty good. My Charger does about 15. My 66 did about 16 or even more. Mean Street Mopar's W2 headed 318 is going in an 84 Dodge D100. I found probably the only 1 3/4 W2 truck headers to still exist today. Nice. Limited slip diff needed in the Roadrunner. Limited slip diff needed in everything. B-Bro is a huge fan of small blocks. Me too. 70 Hemi B. Is there a way to keep the Slant 6 umbrella style valve seals from riding up inside the springs? Not that I know of. They just do that. Your thoughts on the carb cheater? It's I don't like it. I don't know. It's have EFI or don't. Those are my thoughts. Okay, Lazarus says the Imperial Club tells me compression ratio in that 440 is 8.2 to 1. Yeah, it wasn't the... Okay, good. That's, definitely got lower throughout the 70s, but that's not so bad. Make sure your carb is happy and verify the timing. Maybe give it a little bump. As I was discussing previously, extra timing can actually improve economy and power. Craig Stevenson came home from the hospital in a 64 Plymouth Fury. My nephew Henry came home from the hospital in a 64 Fury. Oh, that was a Sport Fury. Nice. My mom says, I asked Colin what was wrong with the Fury, and his response was as close to dirty words as he ever gets. Nice. Crazy Backyard Chicken Man, I don't know what we're talking about. Who's putting a blower in an A-body? R. Dave Cars here says, evening, Jamie. Love the bracket for the ECU in today's video. Hope someone else makes something similar. Tom's planning to have them produced again at some point. In fact, the one that I put on his dad's car was supposed to be saved as an example for another company to model. Whoopsie. Anyway. In other news, RDF Car might get on as a Dodge dealer parts counterman. Nice. There was a time I could have done that, but I didn't. Oh, wow. The Dougster, Friday went with a friend to bring home a Dodge Super Coupe. That's neat. It's sad but restorable. Came with all parts to make it happy again. Quarters, fenders, floor pan, and firewall. Nice. I could say truck instead of trying to pronounce it. All right. That would help. Yeah. Chris Greenhill has managed to get 6 miles a gallon from a Ford 302. That's impressive. Did I say hi to Peter? I don't know. Bill Johnson has a CNC plasma table. I can make a drawing. Jeff R's got a puppy. Nice. Blaine Anderson asked a bit ago, any videos on TBI to carburetor? So I've been meaning to make a TBI to carb conversion video since the beginning. And it has never worked out yet because I need the right project. I need the right car, truck, to do that on. And I will have it eventually, but, nice. Apparently, I'm currently babysitting Stacy's granddaughter. The Babby! I didn't focus very well, but anyway, there's Babby. Precious. Happy to help where I can. Hello, baby. Harvey Birdman. Hello, baby. What were we talking about? Oh, Blaine Anderson asked again, TBI to carburetor, 5.9, your thoughts. The TBI system is not the best. Carb swap is fairly simple. Some people really like that TBI system. In fact, we were talking about exactly this a few lives ago, and that was the resounding response I heard from TBI owners, was that it was actually pretty good. But anyway, it is simpler. Scoop, I have dreams of dressing up that closet, but today is not that day. Actually, matter of fact, my original plan was to knock out this wall and move it like 6 feet that way. There's a hallway and then there's another closet, and the little closet would be the vocal booth. But anyway, Colin's Fury didn't break down. It had a failure to proceed incident. Nice. Floyd's Garage watched the Roadrunner with ignition trouble video. Is that the way to go, or do the HEI upgrade? I actually think the Mopar is the way to go in a car like that. Nice. The Hergerts don't speak HEI. It had to be the Mopar option. And I think it was a good move. I like HEI. I've had problems with both types of module, so like, pick your poison, I'm so confused. JB Weld for sealant. Nice. Anyway. Oh, God. Car Farm. If only Chrysler invented some sort of vacuum referenced ignition timing advance system to aid fuel mileage for LAs in the 70s that was also used in the 80s on 4 cylinders. No. Oh, Blaine Anderson is a drywaller of 45 years. Nice. Well, I have another friend that does it, but I will keep that in mind. I can do all the framing. I'm no drywaller. Someone asked how the greenhouse is going. We haven't started building it, but today we cleaned and kind of reconditioned a bunch of the old windows we're going to use. Those all had like crispy, dried out caulking and stuff, so we redid a bunch of that. Got them looking all good. The tall one there, I don't know if you can see the ratchet strap holding it together, because I wood glued that frame. And a friend milled me a bunch of cedar for flooring. He's done with that now. I need to go pay for it and pick it up. Shannon78 Mondi says, seeing too many guitars, I had to pick mine up for the first time in a while. For some reason, the riff from White Stripes' Ball and a Biscuit is what I played. Hang on. So, you may not know this, but there was a time when I kind of sort of had a White Stripes cover band. Kind of. We did other things, but... Dang it. Whatever. Anyway, that's a good one. Blaine Anderson, just want to get rid of the computer. Yeah, understood. Excuse me. Raymond Cabell says, nice Roadrunner video, same gauge package as my 71 Dodge Charger. Yep. That makes sense. IH has a cat with the zoomies. Whoa. What the heck is that? Where's the right? There it is. So, what am I looking at here? I've never seen a Dodge cab over semi before. Neat. So many comments. Chris Nealis got ripped on sake. Whoops. Okay, so I knew... That's funny because the truck that Byron and I didn't buy was a mobile home mover, and it had the same mirror set. Well, not the same mirror setup, but similar. Dead End Dave. Whoops, how can I see them pictures? You got to join the Discord. Oh, boy. Bill Mize is heading to bed. Yeah, every walk-in cooler and air conditioning unit tore up this weekend. I bet. We'll see you later. Glad you dropped in. Good to hear from you. Richard Petty had a Dodge cab over semi. Really? I'll be damned. Tavo says cab over Dodge were common down here. They were based on a British Commer. Yeah. That makes sense. Mick Levin put up a link to the Discord, as I thought he might. Hammer down. I'll have to email you a pic of the wedge truck my brother just picked up. All right. Yeah, Dan and Dave, hit that link that McLovin posted above you. And you'll have to, if you don't have Discord already, you'll have to install it. And you will have to confirm your email address. Gary Conrad. Quonset hut over shop /yard ? Nah, I don't want that. Yep. Yeah. I want a second building. Oh, yeah. I meant to show you this. Double cut Les Paul Jr. It's kind of neat. My friend bought this brand new and absolutely hated it, but he did a bunch of extra work to it trying to make it better, and he still hated it, and he wanted to not own it anymore, and I didn't want another guitar because I just bought a Les Paul Standard, but I got this anyway, and I actually really like it, so lucky me. Hammer Down just went by the Hotel Yorba earlier. Well, I was waiting. Crap. There's one on the other side. I got 15 people telling me to move. I got moving on my mind. Whatever. Let's get married. Oh, he's a White Stripes guy. I mean, I was when I was 15. Big time. Name a White Stripes song. I could probably play it. Rob remains Rob. No, I wouldn't expect an incredible performance difference from any ignition system. It's not. Yeah, no. IH, custom windows, question mark? No, we bought a bunch of random used, they were old school slider, wood frame sliding windows from some building somewhere that got renovated. Indeed, Craig Stevenson, if you carry a spare ECU with you, the Mopar electronic ignition will not fail. I recommend you carry an HEI module with you too. Kevin B says, love your content. It has helped me on my 360 Magnum engine. That something after 15 years of owning one. Have you heard of the Rolls Canardly? Yeah. What? Chris Nealis has the special double pickup. See that in this walnut double cut. I actually, here's the thing. I don't believe in neck pickups. Pick any guitar that I have, and the Ricks. The switch is on bridge pickup, and it always stays there. I just like bridge pickups. So you'd think this Junior with the single, just the bridge pickup, would be the perfect guitar for me. But I look at it, and I think, why couldn't it have been a special with dual P90s? Oh, well. Falco Dog's 19-year-old son wants to buy a 72 Cornet. I blame you for this ridiculous choice. Sorry. McLovin, you've had problems with Mopar ignition boxes? Yes. So many. Yeah. I think I've only have to push one dart out of a McDonald's drive-thru with a dead ignition box. Oh, that's hot. That is really nice. I want that too. I like Mack trucks. Go for garage. Garbage can updates, question mark. I went through the carbs again. I got it running. Got it running again. First time this year. Sounds fantastic. Got to move it over to the main bay and remove the transmission. Martin McDaniel, Jamie, do you still have your Challenger? No, I sold it, or I traded it in on my 2019 Ram. And I have said that a good few times, but people do ask about it a lot, which is interesting. It was a great car. I liked it. It just wasn't practical for anything that I do. That car replaced a Toyota Corolla, which I had bought because I was commuting to Tom's 3 days a week, and the fuel savings was enough to cover the payment on that Corolla. So I had it for a year. I realized I hated it. I realized I had been completely shafted on price because they charged me way more than it was actually valued at. I was really mad. I asked them to buy it back. They wouldn't do it. I kept it, drove it for a while. The fuel mileage was great, but it was the most boring thing on earth. And I traded it in on that Challenger because I never wanted to see it again. And the Challenger was great, and it was good fun, and it was nice to drive, but it just was not practical for putting kids and things in. And I don't drive to Tom's 3 days a week anymore, so I don't need, a fuel economy thing. So there you go. Les Paul Jr. sounds good with no amp. Well, I mean, it was plugged into my Champ when I played Ball and Biscuit. Lazarus's buddy plays drums. He certainly had things to say about the drummer for the White Stripes. You really have to understand. Yeah. You really have to understand what they were going for. It was important that the drums were the way they are, and that's the best way I can explain that. The SG, yeah, I got that thing in 2010 when I lived in Oregon, and I traded it to a friend who sold it to a friend who sold it back to me or traded it back to me, or I don't even remember how that happened, and I will never get rid of it again because it's one of my most prized possessions. So is the crappy Les Paul down here. I love all the Les Pauls though. Is that a Bigsby? Yes, it is. Yeah, so this one is the horseshoe Bigsby, and then that one is the hollow body style wraparound. That one's my favorite, but the horseshoe does the job. Yeah, Dougster, I also want a Dodge Bighorn. Oh, you just want the hood pull. Yeah, I want the whole truck. And I want a B model Mac, too. I need a bigger yard. On the C. Kramer asking about the vacuum. On the Roadrunner, I put it to the ported stock. Dan Mendoza says, put a 351 Detroit in a D150. No, they're huge and stupid heavy. But I will put and it's 53, by the way. But I will put a 453T Silver Series Detroit in a D600. I've done 2 videos on that project so far. Cab overs never were my thing. They are growing on me, says Overbuilt. I agree. I like them. I don't know why, but I do. The one that DeBoss Garage did was awesome. That's probably why I like them now. Ford Bronco Dave, do you have chickens? Yes. Mark Howley is taking the train to Seattle next week, hoping Mount Rainier Scenic Railroad is operating. I don't know when in the year they operate. Put a 440 in the Corolla. No. I don't believe in stupid engine swaps. I'm sorry, but I just don't. That is a Gibson Les Paul. What is that? Oh, model. Yeah. So that would be a standard, I assume. There's an SG, small pickguard. Mine's big pickguard. It's got to be the big one for me. But I like the cherry. And an HSS Fender Strat. And I can't tell at this distance. Is that an American? Can't tell. Pretty cool. Uncle Duck has a few guitars. Hey, is that a P90 Gold Top? Brother. That's what I wanted that to be. Oh, well. Nice. Oh, that's much clearer. Still not clear enough, though, but that's an American one, isn't it? I have, but a lowly Mexican Strat. Les Pauls for days. God, I love Les Pauls. Yeah, American tan top. Rad. Pretty cool. Oh, yeah, no, that's okay, Martin. Yep. Yeah, like I say, that Challenger was really fun. It was a great driver. It just... the practicality aspect. I wanted to get I wanted a charger, but I couldn't find a good charger to buy. I wanted 4 doors and a Hemi, and I got that, but it's a Ram truck. No regrets. Yes, Domino81 said, "What up? Haven't heard you mention the yellow neon in a while or the other neon, the RT." Yes, Byron and Mrs. Byron have the RT. Great little car. It's not that I regret trading it to them. It's just when they're done with it, I look forward to having it back. The Treon, the yellow one, is still here. It needs an alternator, which I bought for way too much money quite some time ago and have not installed yet. Need to do that and then figure out the starting thing, and hopefully it will then be happy. Maybe I'll crash it into a tree, or maybe I'll just sell it. Dean Stevenson's cousin is a flamenco guitarist. I want to get into flamenco. I love it. My Wellington uncle is a jazz guitarist. Nice. My aunt is an opera singer. I lost all the talent, but I can scare any psychiatric ward. Nice. Jebediah Curry apprenticed as a luthier. That's cool. Okay. Squirrelitis says Mount Rainier Scenic Railway is running excursions every other weekend for the spring. Gotcha. Nice. Oh, yeah. Byron says the Neon RT should be in another video in the future. We just need to take the time to find an autocross event. Then I got to buy new tires because they are too skinny. Yes, I have. That was my whole plan for that thing, was to do an autocross event with it. So maybe we can co-drive or something. Gary Hergert's looking at a 67 Chrysler Charger 151. That is a boat. 75 horse outboard. The want is strong. Yeah, don't do it. Winter Forge, Dave has dropped in. Man, it's been a while. How's it going? Yes. Dougster's got it right. Detroit diesels are an awesome money to noise converter. I know, I'm so excited about it. Ford Bronco Dave wants to see more chicken content and random mischievous cats. We've got random mischievous cats in Wednesday's video, so there you go. Oh, Martin Adams, who works at the Astoria, I don't know what it's called, but anyway, they have trains. Both steam engines are down. That's inconvenient. Oh, wow. Yeah. Dartimus Prime got a tobacco Les Paul. And is that a custom? Is that what that is? With the fancy double. But yeah, it's all about the cream. Well, okay, on that color I could go either way. But I'm almost always... In fact, I actually put a cream jack plate on this because my friend who built it and hated it threw it and broke the jack plate. And all I had was a cream one. And I think even that looks pretty good on the walnut. But black is so... I don't know. Black kind of seems natural. MISG has black on walnut as well, so... I don't know. I was tempted to get cream pickup cover and pickguard, but I think black's probably the move for this. The move. The new 70s custom. Nice. Okay. Tor Belroy. Genuine question. Is an 800 AVS2 too big for a stock 440 with intake and headers? It will work fine, but you could use smaller, and you might want to. Excuse me. I would say that's a little overkill because you're not going to spin that thing high enough to really take advantage of that 800 CFM, and a smaller one will give you better low-end response. Lazarus says the D600 kicks ass. Can't wait to see more of it. Dude, me too. The Detroit's here. We got to get the transmission. Domino81, speaking of guitars, recently traded a Squier acoustic. For a J Mascis Strat? Is it J Mascis? Do you mean Jazzmaster? Did he do a Strat? I know all about the Jazzmaster. I had one of the Squiers. It was fantastic. Someday I probably need the sparkly purple Fender. It's just a beautiful thing, but it's expensive for a guitar I'll never play. So Anyway, there you go. Yes, I watched The Boss Garage. I have for years. Really like him. Dougster went to a vintage motorcycle show Sunday before last. Wow. Got a brown and sharp dial caliper, 0 to 1 inch Starrett mic, and a 2 to 3 Starrett mic, all for $110. Nice. I have a Starrett set with the replaceable rods, so it goes up to like 6 inch, I think, or maybe it's 5. Unfortunately, it was in the bed of my truck once on a return trip from Rocket. It's in a wood case, and it's kind of messed up, and it like vibrated open, and 3 of the extensions fell out. So I think I can only use it for 3 to whatever the biggest size is right now. It sucks. B Prior, any news on your plans on becoming mayor? I think I'm over it. Put a thermoquad on it. Don't do that. Thermoquads are garbage. Are you going on power tour? No. If you are or would, what would you pack for tools and spare parts? Spare ignition system, module, whatever kind of module you have. Distributor's probably a good idea. Coil's a good idea. Cap and rotor's a good idea. I don't know what I'm looking at here. I have achieved maximum booyah. Ooh, Jazzmaster. I'm building a Jazzmaster right now. That's sick. That's a J Mascus with the pickguard changed. I don't know what you have against the gold. Oh, and the jazz circuit's deleted. No, wait a second. Is that one of those, what do they call that? Classic player or something? Or vintage modified? It is a J Mascus. Okay. Oh, no, the jazz circuit is there. Never mind. Yeah, so they just changed the pickguard. So you need the pickguard that I have right in here. You can't have it, though. It's going on mine. Sick. And Squire Strat. Nice. They were doing an autocross event today in Bremerton. Wow. Wait, what happened? Who's ignoring Mean Street Mopar? Dean? Yes, there's a lag. Jebediah, I don't know. That was 8:24, so 5 minutes ago. So the problem is I'm like down in the comments and then up in the comments and then back down and then up here and then I go to the... I'm everywhere. I'm losing my voice. This sucks. Yeah. I actually knew there was autocross at Bremerton Raceway. Someone, I think it was Byron, messaged me and said there was something going on over there. Yeah, not drag racing. Mostak says, my brother-in-law is a polymath. Which one? How is it the car people are also guitar people? What's the connection? I don't know. I started learning guitar. There is a music room. That is true. Now everyone's posting guitars in the main. Oh, wow. Bill has an Epiphone Les Paul that is blue with a flamey... It's like a blue burst with a flame top. That's sick. I've never seen an acoustic Flying V. I don't think I wanted to. Anyway. What were we talking about? Oh, Dave has a present for Alan. I knew that. Oh, that's funny. Tavo's been sitting here trying to remember Jamie having a Challenger. Then it hit me. The Mitsudaji. No, the 2019? 18? Whatever year it was. V6 Challenger. I like trains. Domino seconds the motion for more cat content. Roger that. Wow. Tavo says our bigger Dodge trucks could be ordered with a 6 or 871. Nice. Peanut needs a chrome cover. That one has chrome covers, and that's right for that guitar. For this, I don't know. Well, I mean, it would match with all the other chrome with the Bigsby and everything, but I can't see it. And the other issue is the pickup's actually too tall. That's a common issue with those. David Growy, have you done any more with the poly for the D100? It's a W100, and no. But I've thought about it. I've talked about it. And I've said we should do it. But I haven't done it. Wayne, currently trying to remove stuck jets from an Edelbrock carb. Any tips short of bouncing it off the asphalt? Yeah, fire. Fire! I've never had that problem. I didn't know they could be stuck. Oh, tell me a bit. Yeah, it's a Rick case. Oh yeah, there's my new Rick. Still in pieces. I was working on the electronics today. Fixing all the stuff. The dumb stuff. Someone... Ugh, it's so dumb. But this, like, it was a good deal for a 1977 Rickenbacker 4001. That's why I bought it. But the electronics on this bass were the most hacked of anything I've ever seen. And the fact that it made sound is like, how? Excuse me. Anyway. Cat. Meow. McLovin put up a link to the merch store. Hey, everybody should buy merch. Do that. We haven't been selling so much lately. Gopher Garage, have you driven Perky much since new engine? Yes, it's my daily driver. I'm driving it everywhere. I drove it to Home Depot and the coffee stand today. It is better. It is still awful on the highway, but it is better. And around town, it's actually kind of fun, you know? It is no longer like I'm scared I'm going to get hit slow. It's now just normal slow. Now that we actually have full throttle and all that. I tried wiring the overdrive. And I think the solenoid's bad, so I got to figure that out. Colonel Penguin says, "Hey Jamie, whatever happened to the K car? Was it a LeBaron? Yeah, it was a LeBaron GTS. Sold it to Chris Driveway Misfits. There he is. He's here. He's always here. Okay, 2 of Peter's brothers-in-law are polymaths. And a third one is a weird autistic vegetarian software engineer. I don't know what being a vegetarian has to do with it. I don't like K cars, and I refuse to start liking them. Sorry, not sorry. Uncle Duck sent Ted and Ted Don's Garage gift memberships. Thank you, Uncle Duck. Boo! Shun him! Shun the non-believer! Shun him! Right. Yeah, Santa Uncle Duck. Wasn't so long ago that he sent like 100 of them. Other than There was a time when I first set up memberships, YouTube was running like a bonus thing. That's why I did it. They were like, hey, you should have memberships. And if you do, we'll give you an extra $5 or something for every member you sign up to 100. And I did it. I got 100 in the time. So I got the maximum, and that was great. They stuck it on one day. So that day that I got that bonus was my biggest YouTube day ever. And other than that, Uncle Duck buying like 100 gift memberships a month or two ago was the most YouTube revenue I've ever seen in a day. So thank you, Uncle Duck. What a guy. Colonel Penguin just became a member, even though I said I didn't like cars. Thank you, my friend. Next up, Turbo Perky. So, yeah, this is going to be an 81 Challenger all over again. Because now it's just kind of good. I mean, it's not as fun as that thing, but it is perfectly drivable as is. It's reliable. It only leaks most of the oil, not all of it. Unintended reverse psychology. Yeah. I am in no hurry to do the turbo now because it just works. So I do want to do it, but it's really good right now. Yes, was all for your mom, and she still didn't get a membership, and she never will get a gift membership, I'm pretty sure. But thank you for your efforts. Yeah. Car Farm is the variance and evolution of the K derivatives that probably 90% of the folks here are unaware of. I wouldn't say that 90% of the folks here are unaware of the things that grew out of the K car. But anyway, doesn't the Detroit need a new turbo kit too? I already have a turbo for the Perkins. Jamie, are you into video games at all? It's really hard to answer that question because in 2007, I was running a private World of Warcraft server. But now, every 6 months or so, I play Red Dead Redemption for 3 hours. Byron has sent 10 Dead Dodge Garage gift memberships. Santa Homebrew, yeah. Overdrive first, then boost. Oh, fully agreed. The overdrive's already, it is done. It just doesn't work. But anyway, yeah, car games. I really liked, 20 years ago, there was a car game I liked. I played Assetto Corsa, had wheel, pedals, shifter, the whole bit. Was terrible at it, did not like it, gave up. My brother has the car set up now. I played Call of Duty, Cold War, Black Ops 2 or whatever, Cold War, for a while. I hated it, but I kept playing it. So many swear words. But anyway, apparently, Alan says the junkyard has a neon I want. Well, yeah, I saw that. Can't be too expensive. 1945 two-toy neon vids coming, Jamie ? Not anytime soon, but yeah, that's a cat. I'm sure we will do more neon stuff someday. Anyway, did your mom get one yet? No, and as I said, I don't believe she ever will. Oh yeah, we're gonna put a 318 in Dave's Barracuda. It's gonna be. We're doing musical engines. It's fun. It's yeah. Dirigibles are basically the trains of the sky. All right. Wow, Peter doesn't particularly like trains. Interesting. All right. Blaine Anderson would really like to see more Dodge van videos. The problem with Dodge van videos is the public at large has no interest in them. Speaking of the public at large having no interest in things, I think because it's a holiday, today's video really didn't do very well. I mean, it didn't do horrible. So remember the RHO video and how I was really bummed because it did so badly. Today's video did badly. It is number 9 of 10 in the last 10 hours compared to all my previous videos. So that's not great. Again, I think the holiday's a good explanation for that. Also, it's not a Perky video, so there you go. But it's got 10,000 more views, so well over double compared to the RHO video in the same amount of time. That's how bad that video did. It's not that it did bad. It's that it did horrible. Like a nuclear blast went off in my analytics section. Anyway, do you watch Heist? Welcome back, guys. This is Heist. Was that a good Heist? The choo-choo! The choo-choo! No! The choo-choo! Hurt choo-choo. Hopefully that answers that question. I didn't know he played guitar, and I also didn't know he drove a muscle car, so apparently I've missed some things. Yes, Colonel Penguin, I saw your question. Have a beer about it. Rich Corinthian leather. I love what they've done with my car. J-Rod ordered merch. Thank you, J-Rod. Jebediah Curry's online name is a product of Red Dead Redemption. Nice. I never played the original. Bobbert has been playing Banjo-Kazooie. Does that count? I think it does. I have not seen the limo you're talking about, Lazarus. That's interesting. Overbuild Automotive. DDG, do you need a micro squirt? I've got one. Someone sent me a mega squirt. Excuse me. And I was planning to build a system around that. Micro squirt, something I considered at one time. Need is probably the wrong word. I don't know if I would actually use it. Wow, CUDA. With a blown head gasket, apparently. Whoopsie. But turbo noises, I know. Turbo noises. I want to see it. Heist is an hour from Jebediah Curry's house. Nice. You know, I like Heist. There's one thing. Well, yeah, Car Farm. Yeah, and obviously you are right. If you bought an RHO and flogged it, that'd be another story. Good thing I bought a TRX. It'll be here sometime. Heist. One thing annoys me about Heist, and it's the way he says the Colorado Railroad Museum, and he says it a lot. It's like Colorado Railroad. It's too many R's. It's really uncomfortable. Anyway, I like that guy. I think the last video I saw of his was opening the whatchamacallit, the front nose plate thing on that big boy. Pretty cool. Roadrunner video did poorly. Roadrunner video did 9 out of 10. So that is relatively poor, but Memorial Day weekend, and also like it's not a Perky video. It's not a, seized whatever. What I'm saying is it's fine. It did fine. Just not great. Ray is here. How's it going, Ray? All Dodge fans require CB radios. That's a fact. Lead dirigible. Yeah. Nice. Tava says, Neons down here never did make it to junkyards. They bypassed those and went straight to the crusher. Hard to get parts for mine. Oof. Ooh, 340. Spitfire Mike. Yes, obviously. No question. I think Perky as a cab was mostly intended for inner city usage. Not only that, but in 1959, like the interstate system was a thing, but it wasn't so much. What I'm saying is, yeah, of course that car was never intended to be a freeway flyer. Like, that's a given. Will B enjoys trains, but might be partial as my dad retired from the railroad after nearly 40 years of running them. Now I'm doing it. I can't say railroad. Rare road. That's what he says. Rare road. The L is missing. Anyway, liked Floyd's Garage liked the Nintendo 64. Yeah. I've never heard of Carmageddon. Neon new daily till turbo Perky. Dude, the Neon RT was my daily driver when I traded it to Byron and his wife. And I miss it, but now I have my Jeep XJ Cherokee back online, so that was my daily driver until I got Perky up and going again, so now I'm driving that. Yeah, that's the thing. Bill says, I get it, Jamie. I suck at driving games. Even the feedback setups just aren't the right feedback. I tried, and I tried Assetto Corsa, and I don't remember what the other one was, but you get no sense of how fast you're going. It's supposed to be a driving simulator, right? But compared to driving a real car, and yeah, there's steering feedback, that's great, but like you have no sense. You're coming into a corner at 110 and you feel like you're going 50. You know what I mean? That was my biggest issue. I just couldn't do it. Beamman G might be the other one I tried. I don't remember. I think so. I don't know. Like I say, I tried a couple of them, and it just wasn't for me. I thought I'd like it more than I do. But, the thing is, I have real cars to drive, so it's fine. Greasebelly Garage is a Quake alum. Yep, I did my time on one of those. Oh, Mark Howley turned away to check NHL and missed train talk. Sad state of affairs. Hopefully a new Dart Week. There will be a new Dart Week. It's coming. We have 3 darts. Robobert says the reason today's videos flopped is because the Meet Me horn doesn't work. And a bunch of people said, the horn doesn't work because you took the buzzer out and it's also the horn relay. Yeah, but it didn't work before that either. I like trains. Railroad. Yeah. J-Rod says you could sell out like I did and do a Tesla video. No, I'm good. Thank you. I'm on the patch. Well, Perky probably won't have a throttle when it has a turbo. Although, a good few people said put the throttle body in front of the turbo. And you know what? I think that could actually work. But I don't know. It's something I've thought about, but I'd really rather get a fuel system that doesn't suck, McLovin asked if the Crapple video did well. It's got 40,000 views right now, and it is sitting right here, dead in the middle of the pack in 5th, behind 3 Perky videos and the last Detroit video. So, yeah, that's pretty good, because all of those, any Perky video is bound to be a winner. So yeah, I was very happy with that, actually. If this is that AI GIF, I'm going to be mad. It is. I'm mad. God, I hate AI. Warghost. Yo, what up? When you're pressing new 8 3/4 tapered wheel bearings, how do you know when to stop pressing? I'm using a 20-ton press. Don't want to overdo it since I can't see when it's bottomed out. You will know because it will stop moving. Turbo Perky go glug 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 glug. Ah! It won't have a blow off. It might go. No, it won't go. It won't do that either. Incredible. Anyway. Oof. Chris Greenhill's Friday video, absolute worst views I've ever gotten. Not that I ever get very many, but it's down 90%. Yeah, that hurts. Like I say, mine today is fine, but definitely down a bit. Let me see. I'm going to check your work. Why does my live come up when I search for your channel? That's weird. Hey, go subscribe to Chris Greenhill's Garage if you haven't done that. Wow. Well, yeah, that's really terrible. I don't know what to tell you on that. I remember being where you are. I remember being excited when I got the kind of view numbers that you typically get. There's a good one. Oh, fighting up from that was hard. Blowing the pre-cup seals out of Perky. That's what's going to happen. That is exactly what's going to happen. 100,000 subscriber party stream. Maybe. I don't know. Isn't it always a party? I like to think so. Tom Hergert sent an attachment. It's that Charger boat. Friends don't let friends buy boats. Oh, this thing's in pretty good shape. It's not even a Chrysler. It's got an Evinrude on it. No deal. It's pretty sick, though. Don't buy that. I'd pay money to see you out across the dart. It's best to not go anywhere on holidays. Dude, we had to drive to Bend, Oregon on Friday and drive back on Saturday. I would not have stayed there another day to come back later. That's insane. And if I had known that it was when I got the tickets, if I'd known that it was the holiday weekend, I wouldn't have done it. But I'm not good at stuff. Winterforge, hoping to see Perky doing some smoky burnouts. You won't, but I did peel out in gravel with it. Ray, Jamie, how's your return to No Name Nationals looking this year? It's happening, buddy. We might actually bring the whole family. My wife is definitely coming, and we might bring the children. So there you go. Rooster has a Chrysler Conqueror. Yeah, I could find one of those closer than Minnesota. What the heck is that? $392 with a shaker and a bee wearing a helmet. Wow. That's pretty cool. Robert says the only Chrysler boat as far as I'm concerned is a 76 New Yorker. Do those float pretty good? In the water, I mean. Alan Pierce is checking in from Milwaukee. How's it going? Yeah, $1,300. Yeah, it is cheap. It's also going to be a mistake, and it doesn't even have a Chrysler engine. Drive Perky to a certain late-night diner. Pennies? That's really far from here. I'm not doing that. Yeah, I was going to ask, Uncle Duck. That thing's got the right number of pedals. That's sick. Timothy Holcomb says, put a big enough turbo on Perky with 3-inch or bigger exhaust. At idle, it'll sound like a jet engine. I'm not going to do that. You're not wrong, but I'm not going to do that. Turbo overdrive Perky with an air system? Who said anything about air? Oh, my brother's here. Oh. Wow. Alan offered Colin help if he ever breaks down. You will regret that. Jeffrey Voth, how about a Valiant 3-day weekend? It could happen. Ooh. Okay, I want that one. That is, yeah. Wide body scat or whatever with a 6-speed. That's sweet. It's not the color I would have chosen, but I'd take it. Ooh, like that too. Race car. Yep, wide scat. Yep. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Ugh. Henry plays the racing games more than my brother does. That's funny. Ask him about it. Yeah, fine. Fleetwood John is here, slightly late. Yes, I'm going to get out of here pretty quick. I'm going to go grill some meat. Ray just got back to work on the Mess 10 today. There's 115 days yet, lots of time. I am building 2 different other cars with 4 speeds, and I kind of want to bring one of them. Now, neither of them will do what my Barracuda does, but both of them will be faster. Oh, you got money. Oof. Anyway, yeah. 115 days. I might give up and bring my Barracuda back anyway. I would like to do that. And I will improve things in it before doing so. But I have 2 other cars that I would like to bring. Anyway, Glonk is here. I don't even know what that is, but no. Oh, well, no, not in Perky, but we can put it in something. Yeah. I got some ideas. Lazarus asked, how mad would it be to put a stick shift in the 72 Imperial? Well, my brother put a 6-speed in an Impala, so I mean, pretty mad, but you can get pedals out of a C-body, out of an earlier C-body. A normaler C-body. I don't think anyone's done that. If they have, I've never seen it. Drive Perky to... Oh, Clark's. It might make it to Clark's, although going over the hill, ugh. Byron says I second the Clark's cruise. Man, I haven't been to Clark's in a very, very long time. Yeah, I should do that. Wow. Rob Fitch's Valiant is finally street legal. Very nice. Perky on propane. No. Ray says 60 Impalas will float in the water. Dad was not impressed and I was grounded. Okay. Get out. I'm going to have to delete that one. Oh God. All right. Anywho. Yeah, I'll see you at No Name. God willing and the creek don't rise. Oh, Rob Fitch is an unemployed engineer, so he only has 2 Mopars. Is there going to be a coloring book version of your book? That's fine. Driveway of Misfits Chris says R3350 was a problematic engine. It had a nasty tendency to overheat and burst into flames. It's hilarious. Rooster is in Minnesota, Byron. Would be a bit of a drive. Oh, boy. Shannon78 Monty said, good night, folks, and DDG. Glad I checked into the channel tonight. Have a good rest of the weekend. Thank you. Appreciate that. You too. Oh, I did do the semi-truck air blow-off sound, but I was thinking of turbo blow-off sounds, not air brakes. No, that'll be the D600. It won't have air brakes, but it will have air. I did not know that our 3350s were built at a Dodge plant. That's pretty cool. Scoop grilled hot dogs today. Dogs. I am going to grill some hot dogs as well. Gary Conrad, would you buy a used Ford Ranger in Aberdeen? I mean, I wouldn't buy a Ford Ranger, but I mean, I am likely to buy things in Aberdeen if I'm going to buy them. Nice. It's the Knuckle Duster. Are we going to get to race this year? Raymond Cabell says, good night from Canucksville. Have a good week. Thank you. Jesus. Martin Baumforth, have you worked out what the mystery 4 switch is on Perky? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Rangers are fine trucks. Ford frickin' Ranger. Studebakers did indeed use Dodge beds. Red Ranger said Red Ranger on over. Nice. Perino's Garage says, how's you doing from my Chicago garage? Having an old style. Hell yeah, I'm doing good. I'm about to leave and grill some meat. The Danger Ranger. Plymouth Pirates out. Patrick Ramberg is here, right on time as usual. Is Clark's the same place that sells the Corvair parts? No. Wow, Glonk got the bearing off the Dave Barracuda, and it only took 45 minutes. Outstanding. I have never stepped foot in the Arctic Tavern. AMC guy says, probably easier to just cobble a hydraulic clutch in a C-body. I agree with that. Gopher Garage said, thank you for all you do. You're welcome. Rudolph the Red Ford Ranger. That's sick. Sorry, Byron. Just had a pizza. Why am I fat? I think you know the answer to that. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, there were 340 powered boats, and they're sick. Squirrelitis is out. Yes, buyer. Apparently, you're required to put a CB in your Dodge van. Excuse me. Kosher Racing has been a member for 1 month. A fancy member, in fact. Thank you. Ray, Jamie, when you replace the injection pump on Perky, will you go with a different style of governor? That's the entire reason we're changing the injection pump. Because the vacuum one ain't going to work with boost. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we're doing something, Alan. I'm planning on working. What's on the agenda? 71 Satellite Sebring. Wow, my entire face is orange if I do that. That's quite something. 71 Satellite Sebring. I'm not going to say revival. We're gonna do some stuff. Jebediah Curry says, yeah, Jamie, you've saved my yellow truck more than you know. Thank you for all you do. Happy to do it. Rooster's going through pizza withdrawals. Peter works tomorrow but has Tuesday available. Right, I knew that. Well, I'll see you Tuesday then. Adventure time. Come on, grab your friends. We're going to a very distant land with Jake the dog and Finn the human. The fun never ends. Adventure time. You asked. Uh, 71 Satellite Sebring, probably our engine Wednesday this week. And Sunday might be a 64 Plymouth Fury, or it might be a Dart GTS from Mexico, or it might be a Barracuda, or it might be another Perky video, or it might be some other random thing that comes up this week. I don't know. I also have my Hemi block back. So we could do Hemi build Wednesday, 71 Satellite Sunday. I don't know. Hemi will probably wait till next week. Anyway, there will be videos. So many videos. Oh, yeah, there's also another Dart to work on and another Dart to work on. It's too much. Stop the ride. I want to get off. Yeah, no, yes, Byron. There were factory inboard outdrive Mopar boats. Hemi Dart. No. Demon Engine. Yes, but I don't know when. I do need to get that unburied. Yeah. I guess the banana is on the back burner. I'm going to do it, but it's on the back burner. I need to buy $1,000 set of pistons and go from there, and I just don't feel like it right now. Me gusta trains. I don't actually know how to say that. Trains, I guess. Me gusta mucho. 340s over 440s over Hemi. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Banana shirts. Remind me to order a second test shirt. Okay. I'll see you later. Bye. God, that was a lot of comments. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. I'm still scrolling through all the comments from tonight. It's so many. It's too many. It's impossible. Wow, Dave's been a member for 19 months. Best thing about being a member, the amazing help Jamie is kind enough to supply. Thanks again to Alan and Jamie for all they do. You're welcome. Thanks. Wow, Kenneth made the whole stream. An old Subi fan finally made it to one of these. Thank you. Peace out, Girl Scout. I'm gonna go grill some meat. What? What do you want? Henry's here. Henry, how do you like racing games? Do you crash all the time? Because that's what I do when I play racing games. How do you like his shirt? It's a good one. Yes, old Subi fan, you were late. Don't grill the cat.
Why would I want to grill a cat?
Not you. Okay. All right, thanks everybody. I'm leaving. Oh yeah, that's that. Your dad says that's my boy. Yeah. Does Mario Kart count? Oh, I love Mario Kart. We should. Did she get the Switch working? We gotta play Mario Kart. Okay, bye. Thanks. Your dad says hi. Peace. Okay, bye. Did you hear the Adventure Time theme song? No. Oh, it's messed up. Your Grammy says hi as well.
Okay, I also say hi.
Okay, bye. Bye, Alan. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming. See you next time and in the comments.
I like skylines.
Good to know. Bye.